actually for economics honors student, specialization is an option. So you can also graduate without specializations. I have spoken to some of the potential employers. Some definitely will be on the lookout for specializations. So you think of employers in the public sector, they would prefer people who are in the applied and policy economics specialization. However, if you are looking for a banking job in the finance sector, I was told that they won't look up for APE. But having said that, it said he won't rule out granting interviews for people with APE specialization. What he was looking out for are people with internship experience, good CAP, and maybe able to attach an article, a research paper that demonstrate the economic analytical thinking. You won't be disadvantaged. It depends on what employer, right? So if you want to go to the public sector, of course having APE specialization will be useful. And if, for example, you want to join MAS, then having the monetary specialization will be useful. Now NTI also look for people with quantitative specialization, because you might be employed to do run some model, and you need more training in econometrics, which you will get in the quantitative specialization. All in all, I think it depends on your career aspiration. Some employers are looking for graduates with a broad-based training, not at a particular specialization. As long as you have done very well for the core modules, so that you have very strong foundation and grounding in micro, in macro, in metrics, you are ready to go for the job market. Our Econs department has successfully placed people in a range of jobs. So some of them are placed in investment and commercial banking, some in research and finance houses, many are in the ministries or state board. So it depends very much on the student himself. You can have the most mathematics intensive specialization, for example in quantitative, but if your CAP is low, it just demonstrates that you have not really gotten the requisite knowledge. And also how you perform during the interviews matter. Whether you have internship experiences, your writing skill, your communication skill, they are very important. That's why FASS have a broad-based curriculum to train you up in the soft skill, and economics major basically give you the analytical and rigor skill. So you need both soft and hard skill to land a job. It all depends. If your CAP is past 4.5 in current system, you need to do an honors thesis to get a highest distinction honors. If you want to go for 2 specializations and forgo your first class, it's your choice. We are all economists. So you make choices and you must know the trade-off. What you can take away from research is that you learn how to find a question, you learn to ask question, then identify issue, and you need to apply the appropriate model, collect the right data, run your analysis, interpret, and write out your findings. And all this had to be done within a short period of time. So you will be trained to work under pressure. you need to have a very clear mind, clear direction. You have to have the perseverance and persistence to work through all the difficulties. And more importantly, you also learn the soft skill. You need to learn how to present models, findings, and writing becomes very important. As you know, the honors thesis have a component of oral presentation. So you need to be able to summarize all your hard work in 20 minutes, very concisely. Plus, there will be two assessors who will assess you and ask you questions. So you must be able to respond in the most appropriate way. I think this skill, you wouldn't really get it in the module. When you do other econs module, basically it can be a very tough module, but the path is clear, right? I like to use this illustration. If you do a module, it's like you walk to the front of the forest and the profs will say, oh, this is a path. It could be a very difficult path, no uphill, downhill, but you can find your way out. But when you're writing a thesis, you're basically led to the forest and you're told, find a way out, right? So it's totally different skill set. Oh, it all depends. I mean, if you really want to do graduate study, it's highly recommended that you do the quantitative economics specialization. As I had said earlier, the QE specialization is the most math intensive and also most econometric intensive. And it included micro 3 and macro 3. These are advanced macro theory, and it will well prepare you for graduate school. Okay. From the experience of our students who have gone for grad schools, those people who had done the QE specialization, they had done extremely well because of the rigor in our theory module. And they also had to do mathematical econs, and they had to do game theory. We have also added a new module, the machine learning module, within the quantitative specialization.